Hello everyone, I am ThirdMarioBrother and welcome to Let's Play Sonic Riders for the Nintendo GameCube. This is one of those Sonic side series games that's a little bit out there. It's a little bit oddball, but it's also one that is super dear to my heart. I played the heck out of this game when I was a kid. I played it to death, and I love it still to this day for so many reasons that honestly I probably couldn't even describe to you. The first of which, however, I know for sure is this awesome anime opening. Before I forget, I just have to say, I love the art style here, and I love how heart-pumping this is. It's so cool, man. I totally would not mind, like, a full-length, what is it, an OVA or whatever? I really don't know. Or a movie in this art style. I really love this so much. And it's just so heart-pumping, and it gets you jacked up for the rest of Sonic Riders, which I hope that you guys are going to enjoy just as much as I do. Because despite the fact that there's a lot of controversy surrounding this game, there are people that love it, and there's people who absolutely despise it. I have so much fun with this game to this day, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Like I said, just as much as I do. I hope we can learn to love it together. And hit him with a thumbs up, Sonic. This is so cool, man. But with that, with this amazing heart-pumping intro, let's go ahead and jump straight into the thick of Sonic Riders.
The signal's coming from around here. That's really weird. It looks like something's jamming the radar signal.
Huh? There! What's that?
Sonic! The emerald's over there!
All right! Now we're talking! Shoot! Not bad. What the? So, you're supposed to be the fastest thing alive? Oh, new competition. Eggman!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone! I hope you're all ready for a show. We've got an exciting event just for you! Since you all seem so bored, I've put together a little extra something to spice things up. I call it the X-World Grand Prix, a tournament to see who's the best of the best with extreme gear. Not just a race, but a special race to see who's the fastest. And these races are no holds barred. All contestants pay a simple entry fee of 1 Chaos Emerald, and the winner takes it all. So, let's see who among you dares to meet this challenge.
Eggman again! Just what is he up to this time?
And there's more. Before I forget, I'll present the current contestants. These players, they're hot. The best racers I could find.
X World Grand Prix, huh? Let's do this!
Alright, now, before we actually get into the details and the nitty-gritty of the game, can we just talk about how stupid Sonic is right now? Like, wait, Eggman just asked you for a Chaos Emerald. Eggman just asked you for a Chaos Emerald. Like, that's the equivalent of me going on stage right now and being like, hey, guys, I'm holding a race, and the only thing that you have to do to get in is give me your social security number, so leave it in the comment section down below. Also, your credit card number and your bank PIN, please. It's going to be a really fun race. There's lots of cool prizes, such as muffins or something, but Sonic, come on, man. You'd think you would have learned by now that Eggman is not the most trustworthy doctor in the world. But anyway, rampant stupidity aside, welcome everybody to the first race of Sonic Riders. And yes, this is a racing game for those of you who didn't know, but it does not take place in cars or on foot, as you might expect from the fastest thing alive on land. Instead, we are riding this airboard type of thing called an Extreme Gear, which has really interesting properties. First of all, you have to pay attention to the amount of fuel that your Extreme Gear has, which is that gauge on the side, which represents how much air it has. Because apparently, these things run on air, they just, like, spew it out or something, and that's how it keeps you afloat? I don't know. But, yeah, by boosting, by pressing the B button, you use up a little bit of air. When you are just going in general, air is being used up. So eventually, you have to restore that air. And in order to do that, there's these little pit stop things, such as this one right here, that you can stop in. You have to stop completely, so that's going to give the racers behind you an advantage and a chance to get up, or catch up to you. Or you can do tricks when you go off ramps like those ones, and that will refill your air gauge a little bit. There's tricks of different qualities, like some are better than others. For example, that one was dank and dope, dude, and all the other adjectives that the kiddos are using these days, but there's different ranks of tricks is basically what I'm getting at here, going all the way from no. C is the lowest rank, then B, A, double A, S, double S, and the highest rank is X for extreme. That's what my report card is full of, is just a whole bunch of X's. When my parents look at them, they're like, Brian, why do you have a whole bunch of X's on your report card? I'm like, I'm too extreme for school, Mom. They had to invent a new grade for me. But anyway, the first race of Sonic Riders is relatively easy. You have to get in the first, or top 3, but it's pretty easy to get in first, if you ask me. So, with that, we defeated 7 of these really generic-looking robots that are all exactly the same. So, let's move on to the next race.
Yeah, but what exactly is Eggman really after? Ah, it can't be anything too important.
Hey, Sonic!
Huh? Amy? Don't tell me you've signed up too!
Of course, it really looks exciting and fun. Why wouldn't I join? And besides, this way, I'll be able to keep my eyes on you.
Ugh. Tails?
That mark.
Mark?
Uh-huh. I think it was on the boards of those guys we ran into in Future City. Babylon.
Babylon?
Yes, the mark of the Babylon roads. A long time ago, there was a floating island known as Babylon Garden. Supposedly, robbers lived there. According to rumors, this legendary band, the Babylon Rogues, were great thieves. Legend also says that the Babylon Rogues incurred the wrath of the gods because of their crimes, and that the island was cast into the depths of the earth. After that, supposedly the Babylonians were then scattered for all time, never to be found. But they say that the Babylon Rogues' treasure still remains on that island, waiting to be discovered. There are also rumors that the Babylon Rogues were extreme gear specialists.
Still, how can a plank like that just float?
That's easy to explain. According to the Kutta-Joukowski lift theorem, the control surface flow is balanced by the inverse kinetics of the...
Stop! I get it, okay? It just floats, and that's good enough for me. Huh?
Sorry, but it's just too funny. Huh? That gear's unusual. Customized it myself.
Well, I never imagined anyone would enter the race with such a piece of junk. Thanks, though. It was good for a laugh. See ya, shorty.
Oh, that girl! Who does she think she is?
Yeah, how can she just walk in and diss Tails?
I know, and tinkering's all he's really good at, too.
The next race is about to begin. Please come to the gate, participants.
Dang, man, why's everybody got it out for Tails today? What did he do to anyone, man? He's just a cute little fox trying to do his little science thing. But speaking of Tails, that is exactly who we're going to be playing as in this race. So, if you guys didn't notice at the first race, oh yeah, that was totally on purpose to explain one of the features of the game that I was about to point out. At the beginning of the race, every racer is just sort of sitting there with their extreme gear, right? Getting pumped up and getting ready to go. And you're not allowed to cross the start line until the race actually starts, so there's an electric barrier in the way, and you have to time your running past that electric barrier just right, or else you'll either run into it and get shocked, or everybody else will start the race before you, and they'll have a bit of a head start on you. So that's one of the features. And another one is the fact that we are flying right now, which I didn't point out in Sonic's race, but every character has one of three types, which is speed, power, and flying. Sonic Heroes, anybody? But each of these character classes has different abilities. The speed characters can grind on rails that are scattered throughout the levels. The flying characters can jump off certain ramps and fly through rings, but it's not like any ramp you can fly off of, only certain ones that are like sort of preordained, I guess, to have flying characters go on them. And the power characters can bust through, like, the cars in the first level. They can just punch through all those. There's, like, robots and little obstacles here and there on upcoming levels that they can just punch through. And honestly, to be perfectly straight with you guys, the power characters are probably the best ones in the entire game. I kinda like the speed characters more, even though grinding's a little bit difficult because you have to time your button presses just right. But, power characters are probably the best, because when you are doing the, character classes, special ability, like grinding on a rail or flying, they are gaining air, and it restores air that you can use to boost later on, which is really, really helpful. Because having air is pretty much how you win races in this game. Ah, dang it, I missed it. Right there was a, I think every level has a item box full of 100 rings, which will get you up to level 3 immediately. And that's another thing I need to explain. Level system. Once you get in a certain amount of rings, your character will level up, which makes their boost gauge bigger, it makes their boosts last longer, and it makes their attacks stronger, which means when you boost into another character, your character will sort of like run up to him and punch him, or Tails will hit him with this big weird electric plug thing that he's holding right now, and it will stop them in their tracks, and you'll be able to get a little bit more past them. So that's really, really useful. And leveling up is really important because it can get you more air, it gets you more boost, and of course, like I said, that's really helpful. So timing when you hit those certain ring goals to level up is actually a really good strategy to make yourself more competitive in these races. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for the first episode of Let's Play Sonic Riders. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. I really appreciate it. As always, it really helps out, and thank you so, so much for watching. I hope you guys tune in next time where we continue the hero story of Sonic Riders, as there are two stories, as you might expect. There's the hero story with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and then the Babylon Rogues with Jet the Hawk and his cronies. Well, not really his cronies, but his friends, Storm and Wave, and we'll be doing them later on. But for now, this episode of Let's Play Sonic Riders is over, so once again, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time where we continue the hero story. So I will see you guys then.